Section 1.3 Complex Numbers, Quadratic Equations in the Complex Number System. Objective number 1. We want to add, subtract, multiply, and divide complex numbers. We recall that complex number has the form a plus bi. A is the real part and b is imaginary part. A, b are real numbers. And also square root of -1 is I. If we square both sides, then we will get I squared equal to -1. Example number 1. We want to add and subtract complex numbers. 3 plus 5i is a complex number. The real part is 3 and the imaginary part is 5. -2 plus 3i is another complex number. -2 is the real and 3 is the imaginary part. It's very simple. We just open the parentheses and then we will collect like terms. What do we see is that the answer is a complex number where 1 is the real part and 8 is the imaginary part. So adding the two complex numbers, we got a complex number. In part B, very similar. We will open the parentheses. We need to distribute for the negative for the second parenthesis, and then we combine like terms. And what do we get is another complex number. The real is +3 and the imaginary part is -2. So 8 is 3 and b is -2. In part A is 1 and b is 8. We want to multiply the two complex numbers. We will FOIL, so 7 plus 35i plus 6i plus 21i squared. We combine like terms, so we get 7 plus 41i plus 21. We go back to the formula before. I squared is -1, so let's replace -1. And 7 plus 41i plus -21. -21 and 7, they are like terms. We can combine and we get -14 plus 41i. The real part is -14 and the imaginary part is 41. So multiply the two complex numbers, we got the answer is a complex number. Subtract two complex numbers, we got the answer is a complex number. And the same thing for add the two complex numbers. The complex conjugate. If we have the complex number z is a plus bi, the conjugate, the notation is with the line on the top of the complex number. What do? Is we put the minus between the real and the imaginary part. So it's just opposite. So A and B, you just copy the same. If you have the plus side, the conjugate will be the minus. And if you have a minus, the conjugate will be the plus. In the example below, I give you the complex number 2 plus 3i. The A is 2 and the B is 3. And we have another one, -6 minus 2i. So the A is -6 and the B is -2. If I put the line on the top like this is what it means is that I want you to find for me the conjugate. What do is you keep the A and the B again. Between them is a plus, you just put the minus. The A for the second one is -6 and the B is 2i. Between them is the subtraction. I want you to find for me the complex number conjugate. I put the line on the top, so between them is a minus. You just put plus in the between. That is the conjugate. In example number 3, they want you to find the product. The product, that means we multiply the complex number z. So the complex number z given is 3 plus 4i. The conjugate of z is 3 minus 4i. The problem wants us to multiply them. We just do FOIL. And then we see that the positive 12i and negative 12i cancel out. We continue to replace I squared -1. So we got 9 minus -16. Subtract a negative number, it change to the add. And we got the answer is positive 25. So let's go back to the original problem before. We have a complex number z equal 3 plus 4i. So 8 is 3 and b is 4. If I multiply z and the z with the line on the top, it means the conjugate. I can make very short formula is that I just simply square the a. If I square the a, I will get 9. If I square the b, I will get 16. And 9 plus 16 will give me the answer 25. So I don't have to go over the whole process to FOIL and combine line terms. I just simply square a and b, so I will get the answer. If you cannot memorize this formula, you go for the long process, multiply them together, and replace the I squared by -1 and simplify. You will get the same answer also. We go back to the multiply regular. The regular is not conjugate. Like example number 2, multiply the two regular complex numbers or subtract or add complex numbers. In the book, they give you the formula. We don't have to memorize the formula if you don't want to. I just show you how to perform addition, subtraction, and multiply without the formula, and it's very easy to do. If you want to follow the book, memorize the formula, and apply the formula, of course you can do that. Either way, we should get the same answer.